On the Maryland Sports Radio Network, a division of Playfly Sports. Talking Terps with Coach Willard is brought to you by these network broadcast partners. Window Nation, the official replacement window company of the Maryland Terrapins. CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. Toyota, it's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. The University of Maryland Medical System. For better treatments, better outcome, that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Lido Pizza. Lido Pizza is the official pizza of the Maryland Terrapins. Never cut corners, Terpland. Now, here's Talking Terps with the voice of the Terrapins, Johnny Holiday, and Coach Kevin Willard.
Yes, tonight it's Coach Brenda Freese from the Maryland women's basketball team. We have 1 hour to talk about Maryland women's basketball tonight. We're at Lido's in College Park, and our show brought to you by our good friends at Window Nation. John Roberts, so nice and so gracious to open up his rush. Ooh, there's like a couple of Maryland basketball players, Coach.
I think I know
that. Just walked in there, yeah. And we've got an hour to talk about the Terrapins opening a season win last night against UMBC up there in Baltimore. Nice way to start the season off with a 42-point win over the Retrievers.
It really was. And we always love the fact to be able to, take our team on the road, go up to Baltimore and introduce our team to more fans up there, as well as for some of our fans that live out that way. Always a great way. But, we've been putting in a lot of hard work and time. So, little adversity in the first half, a lot of whistles that were blown. I think everyone had to get used to that first game and the jitters. I think the officials were nervous as well. But we were able to work through those kinks and, had a great game.
And you come away with a 74-32 win. You had a 41-10 second half surge. And I believe you held them to 10 points in the second half, 3 points in the fourth quarter. So your defense really clicking last night pretty good.
It was. And, it's amazing when your kids all of a sudden aren't in foul trouble that you can play the game. So, really proud of our resiliency. I thought there was a lot of adversity. I think 42 fouls were called last night. So we just stayed the course. We found a way. I thought we had to make some adjustments. Our three ball, and it's early, wasn't going down like it normally is by most of our players that shoot it well. So we did, addressed it and got it inside, and I thought that was a big difference.
Yeah, Kubek and Poffenbarger had the only 3-pointers last night. Yeah.
Yeah, and those two are capable of way more than that, and so is Shy, so is Bree, so is Sarah. But every game is going to be different. So I love the fact that we were able to go back inside and make a difference there.
23rd year coaching basketball at the University of Maryland. You have done almost everything imaginable. National championships, conference championships, All-Americans. Folks that have coached with you have gone on to their own programs. Have you changed a lot over the years from that first year when you came to Maryland from Minnesota and won 10 games?
It's called experience.
Yeah.
I remember when I first came here, I was just hoping that I could make it, that I could get another contract extension and not get fired.
You were coach of the year before that.
Yeah, but to make that jump, I still was young and unsure, and there was expectations. Debbie Howe, she didn't mess around. Like, you had to come in and win, or there was not going to be another contract. So, once you gain that experience, then you become a lot more confident, and through the work, it's no different than anyone in their walk of life. So I think that's probably been the biggest difference.
And Coach, the biggest difference now from when you got here is all the other things that have been involved in athletics, football, basketball, all the sports with the NIL and the transfer portal. And you just have to either you adjust or get left in the dust. Simple as that.
You nailed it. I always use the word, it's complicated. There's a lot of factors anymore, and it's not what it was once in the past when you could outwork you had a plan and a system. It's different, but it is. You have to be able to adapt. And, at the end of the day, I love the fact once we do get the roster and have it in place, the day-to-day, the coaching, the relationships, the kids that you have on your roster that are here for the right reasons, that is my most favorite part.
do you think that the NCAA has to look at this thing, stand back and take a good look at the picture and make some major adjustments before it goes completely out of control?
Well, one would think, but that's not going to happen.
One would think. I like the answer.
That's not going to happen. The genie's out of the box, so there's no going back. It's just adapting and adjusting. So you've at the end of the day, you move forward. I think everybody is in support for name, image, and likeness for our student athletes. They put a ton of time into their game. I don't think any coach out there is for pay for play. So I think there is a distinct difference. But at the end of the day, it's you got to hope that they're able to put some parameters around some things to make it a level playing field.
You have a tremendous fan base here at Maryland. I mean, they support the women's basketball program here as well as anybody. And that goes a long way in saying the NIL money will be coming in from different sources and all. So you have to keep up with the Joneses. You do. And, we've always had so much support here at Maryland. I'm really grateful for that. Our fans. There's a big group that understand that, what it takes to be competitive. You just can't go out to games and expect it to be the same of what it was in the past. So, grateful to be at a university like Maryland. We have a couple of very special guests tonight. Both ladies last night had good opening game. We'll be talking to Amir McLean a little bit later on from Baltimore. Went to Roland Park Country School and grad school, played last year down at Virginia. We'll also be visiting with Ali Kubek, also from Elkton, Maryland, getting her Master's of Technology Entrepreneurship. Yeah, I will ask her exactly what that means a little bit later on.
You absolutely
should. Coach, it's great to have you with us tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back, continue with more. And our Maryland women's basketball program tonight brought to you by Window Nation. That's the official window replacement company of the Maryland Terrapins. And back to Lido's in College Park after this on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
As muscles.
Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Half zip, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheater looking?
No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle dazzle on the field, the bar, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football, it's easy to Sunday.
Morgans won big today with Window Nation. Let's check in and hear what they have to say.
How do you feel now that you've finally replaced your old drafty windows with these beautiful custom fit windows?
We're loving the look of our new windows.
We paid way less than we thought we would.
And no more cold winter drafts or crazy summer AC bills.
Sounds like a win to me.
That wraps it up for the Morgans. Next up, your family. Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit getwindownation.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Window Nation is on the Morgan's home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit GetWindowNation.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Johnny Holliday along with head coach Brenda Frese of the Maryland women's basketball program. Terrapins a 42-point win last night over UMBC to kick off their season. You had a nice bonding time with your ladies. You went over to Croatia over the summertime and blending together all these 10 new players that you got, and quite interesting time.
Oh, it was fantastic. If you've never been to Croatia, Johnny, I would tell you put it on the bucket list. By far, one of the top places I've ever been, but just feel so fortunate that we were able to take our team over there, with blending 10 new players. You had such a tremendous opportunity early, 10 practices on the before it to be able to kind of gel together. We played games over there, and then just to have the 10 or 11 days that you spent, we went zip lining and on a catamaran boat. It was hard stuff, let me tell you. A lot of meals that we had together, and just can't say enough about how much we enjoyed the incredible experience together.
This must be the biggest number of transfers you've had through the portal since you've been at Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, we had 3 freshmen that we had signed, and then one Issy when we signed her as a junior college player, and then 6 out of the portal. So we've had years in the past where we've had 5 or 6 new players, but having 10 new ones out of 15 has been the most. But again, our staff has done a phenomenal job, and the team building, the bonding experience, connecting them at an early stage when you get them all on campus together was important for us.
And when you look at the nucleus of your team, the one lady that stayed all 4 years, Cheyenne Sellers, she's been on almost everybody's preseason list of this and that, which says a lot about her character to stay at one school, not to be sampling the transfer portal to go somewhere else.
It does. I credit her mom and dad. They were, have always been behind the scenes telling her, and she would say the same thing, that, you're going to choose your school and you're going to stay through the highs and lows. And it hasn't been easy. I would say that, she, but what I have loved about Cheyenne is, she's adapted, she's stayed loyal. That's why she's on so many lists, because, people have watched her. And when you're at a program like Maryland that receives the national attention that we do, and she's continued to just keep getting better and better every single season.
I love one of her comments after the game last night, that we won this game by 42. Wait till we really start to gel. And then other teams had better beware, because we're going to be really, really good. How long does that take in the eyes of a coach?
Not soon enough.
Yeah.
We always want it sooner. You want to clean up those turnovers that you have, but at whatever point, but at least we're playing a lot of games early, and we're playing high level games. So you really find out where your strengths and weaknesses lie before you get into conference play. But, intentionally they've been stacking so many practices together ever since the summer. So, with the experience that we have, you hope that comes sooner than later.
You got Coppin State on Thursday night at 6:00 at Xfinity. Then on Sunday, number 11, Duke comes in. And nice to reschedule the Blue Devil team on your roster, on your schedule again this year.
Oh, yeah. Our fans, what a hostile, rivalry that we've had in the past, and so many great games from our ACC days. So, who can forget that national championship game back in 2006? The last time we played them in 2015, we beat them to go to the Sweet 16 and then to the Final Four. I mean, in case anyone was wondering. So, it's always been a great rivalry.
How about the strength of the Big Ten Conference this year? 7 teams listed already in the top 25.
Yeah, it's going to be really intense. And you only get to play everyone once. We have one double with Ohio State, but everyone else is a single game. So, in those tiebreakers, whether you're playing at home or on the road, it's going to matter that you take care of business. But and then to play so many ranked teams and ranked opponents. So all of that is just going to get us prepared for postseason play. And hopefully we're peaking at the right time come conference play, and we're really clicking together.
One good thing about last night, you played 11 players, all got in the scoring column last night. Leading the way was Christina Dowsey. She had 13 points and 10 rebounds. Nice double-double to start off the year. Cheyenne had 12 points along with 7 boards. Ali Kubek will be with us in just a few minutes. She had 11 points and 8 rebounds. Sarah Tibiasso had 8, 1 assist, and also 4 boards. And Kayleen Smichael had 7 points in that game, along with 3 rebounds. And you got some other newcomer. Poffenbarger came off the bench. Bear came off the bench. McDaniel, DeBerry, McKinney, Fisher. You got some depth.
We do, finally. And it's going to be, when you look at that box score, it's going to be different every single game. That's what I love. And that's honestly our most successful teams in the past have always had anywhere from 3 to 5 players every game, averaging in double figures. And it should be different. The amount of talent that we have. Any of those players you just mentioned are all capable of giving us double digits and scoring and rebounding and assists with Sarah and Shy. And so I think pick your poison. We should, as we continue to develop, have different ways to be able to win a game based on the talent that we have on our roster.
And your coaching staff together again this year. Good assistant coaches.
Best staff in the country. And we are, for most of them, year 5, 6, 7. That's what I love. I mean, we can finish each other's sentences at this point. Just a phenomenal staff, just behind the scenes, the amount of work that they do. I am so grateful for how they pour into our student athletes, pour into one another, and really fortunate to have a staff as elite as I have.
Food Lion is the proud sponsor of The Score to give more program for every free throw the Terrapins make this season. Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to the local food banks in College Park. Join us for the Talking Terp Show with basketball, brought to you by Window Nation. Our next show is coming up next Tuesday. We'll be right back here at Lido's in College Park at 7 o'clock. When we come back, we'll visit with one of the key members of last night's win over UMBC. In just a minute, you're listening to Maryland Terrapins women's basketball pregame show on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
As muscles tense.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
And he got it! We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
SeatGeek is now the official ticket marketplace of the Maryland Terrapins. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Our special guest tonight, one of two, brought to you by the University of Maryland Medical System for better treatments, better outcomes. And that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. And Coach, right to your right is the pride and joy of Elkton, Maryland, who went to Connecticut, and she went to Arkansas, and she's back home where she belongs.
No, that's Sailor.
That's exactly right. Thank you, and good night, everybody. Great to see you here.
She was at Towson before she came to us.
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I was thinking about that.
But she is the true pride.
You got the same thing, Maryland. Right? Yeah. Nice to be home, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is, for sure.
Yeah.
Short drive, so.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about last night's opening win against UMBC.
Yeah, I think that UMBC, they came out ready to play, which we love. They weren't scared for sure. Definitely a gritty team. I think that the first half, we were still a little bit like jitters, first real game in a Maryland uniform for some of us. I think that we got together in the second half. We started to mesh really well, got the ball moving a little bit more, and we ended up with the dub.
Your line last night, you played 26-42, 4 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3. One of the 2 3-pointers the team made. And at the line, 2 for 4, had 8 rebounds, 11 points, and pretty good night for you overall.
Yeah, that's all right. I could do better.
I like that answer. Huh?
Me too.
What's Allie's strengths, Coach?
Oh, well, the one thing I'll say, she spent a lot of time working this summer, and she has come back in just phenomenal shape, consistency, confidence. I love where Allie's at. If you remember last year when we played Iowa State, what did you go off for? Like 30 some points in the NCAA tournament. She was fearless. And I really feel like she's just taken off from there. She knows that she's a big time player. She came to Maryland for that reason. She can score, she can rebound, she can go inside and out. That's what I love about her is if we need to get it inside, she's going to bang for us, and she can go out and shoot from range. So, she's a very versatile player.
Second year at Maryland, Allie, and it's certainly a difference in the style of play and the opponent's style of play from Towson to Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for mid-major too, it's definitely a little bit of a slower paced game. And I think that the teams that were a little bit faster are definitely not as efficient as high major teams. It's also just way more competitive. Like you said earlier, Big Ten has like 7 people in the top 20, something like that. So it's a big competitive field in the Big Ten and high major. And it's really just exciting to be on like a big stage with some of your teammates and just some of the best coaches in the country. So it's a great time.
The game against Iowa State last night, Coach was talking about 29 points to set the record straight and 7 threes made in that particular game. That's a Maryland NCAA tournament record. Nobody's done that before. Mm-hmm. So I expect you get that against Coppin State on Friday, huh?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You like to shoot the three?
I do. I think it's hard to guard. I think if, like Coach B said, I can bang inside, finish well around the rim, and then when you stretch out to the three, it makes it even harder to, run out there and contest the three. So I think it's fun. It's fun to watch the threes go in. But,
I mean, think about that. Like you just said, the highest percentage, scoring for an NCAA tournament game when the pressure is the most. Yeah. And she was able to do that of all the greats that have come through here to Maryland. Pretty special.
When did you start playing basketball? What age?
I think maybe like 9, like YMCA league. I was young, but I didn't start really taking it serious since like ninth grade, freshman year of high school.
Other sports like maybe soccer or something like that?
Yeah, soccer was my main sport when I was younger. I played soccer. I played lacrosse. I was a white belt in karate. I did it all. I did everything. But once I started getting taller and older, basketball was definitely something I was good at. So I stuck with it.
Now, since your mom played volleyball at Salisbury, did you play any volleyball at all?
I did. I played volleyball my freshman year of high school, and then I rolled my ankle, and then I was done with that too. So.
Oh, yeah. We were talking to Coach earlier about the blending of all the newcomers in the team with 10 new faces this year. But you've been practicing together for such a long time.
Yeah.
So maybe in the eyes of those outside the basketball program, it's a whole different ballgame. But you guys are pretty tight-knit right now.
Yeah, we are. I think definitely the Croatia trip helped a lot to help us like mesh off the court and on the court. I think that, of course, we've been practicing for a little bit, practicing against the scout guys, so we've learned a little bit of our tendencies. I think that, now getting into the season is just playing against other components other than the scout guys, which, they know our plays, we know what they do. So it's kind of like playing the same people every day. So I'm excited to start getting some new faces in and starting to play different teams, and it's exciting.
Tell us something about you that fans would not know about.
I love to read. I like to read in my free time. I also like to play video games. I'm kind of a nerd a little bit, honestly, saying that. I feel a little nerdy, but that's what I do in my free time. And I love being with my family. I love being with my friends. Yeah.
Have you read the book From Rock to Jock?
I can't say I've heard of that one. No.
Okay. That's my autobiography.
Oh.
Yeah. You got me back for the Poffenberger thing.
Okay.
Earlier.
Yes.
Now we're
1-1.
Now it's 1-1.
Yes, 1-1.
I'll get your copy.
Thank you.
Have you got 22? No, forget the 20.
Sign,
forget the 20. Okay. What one word describes Coach Freese?
Competitive. I think Coach Freese is definitely competitive.
Best friends to hang around with outside of basketball. You can mention the names too.
You want me to? I think I love hanging out with everybody. That's such a hard question because, like, if I'm in a really happy mood, I'm gonna go to Christina because she's so happy and bubbly all the time. But sometimes if I want to have a serious conversation, I'll go to Cheyenne because sometimes we like to get real deep. So it just depends on the day,
If you could sit down and have dinner with one person, who would that be?
Oh man, one person, maybe LeBron James. Pick his brain a little bit.
Okay. You may be thinking Derek Queen.
I know. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about it. 20-20.
How about that? 22-20. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not
even
bad.
better.
Yeah. Who's your biggest role model, if you have one?
I think I can't say one person, but my family definitely is my biggest role model. They do things differently. My sister, she's extremely smart. She's an engineer, and my dad's super hardworking. My mom, she's an extrovert. I try and get a little piece of each and every one of them every day.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show tonight. Believe me.
You.
Congratulations on a great start. Go get Coppin State on Thursday night and Duke on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. We'll take a break and come back. We'll visit with Mir McLean in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The Morgans won big today with Window Nation. Let's check in and hear what they have to say.
How do you feel now that you've finally replaced your old drafty windows with these beautiful custom fit windows?
We're loving the look of our new windows.
We paid way less than we thought we would.
And no more cold winter drafts or crazy summer AC bills.
Sounds like a win to me.
That wraps it up for the Morgans. Next up, your family. Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit GetWindowNation.com.
Ah, Sunday.
Just got a steam babe.
Time to suit up.
Like half zip, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lawn and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheater looking? No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the barn, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football, it's easy to Sunday.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Window Nation is on the Morgans' home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit GetWindowNation.com.
Let's go places.
So stop at midcourt. And he got it.
We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
You know, the University of Maryland Medical System is the official medical team of the Terrapins. You and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that our athletes receive. Learn more at umms.org/better. University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's healthcare provider. And, Coach, our second guest tonight spent, last year didn't play because of an injury, but she's with you this year, Mira McLean from up in Baltimore, went to Roland Park Country School, in grad school at Maryland, 1 year at UConn, the last 2 years at Virginia.
Oh, man, a long time I've been waiting to be able to coach Mir. So this one's special, you know, to be able to bring her back home and close to her family and, you know, have 2 years with her. She's had quite a journey when you talk about just having to persevere through injuries. So my heart goes out every time I get to see her practice and on the floor. She's a tremendous competitor as the fans continue to keep watching her game. I mean, she's elite. She'll go after every rebound she can possibly get. And she's only going to get stronger and stronger when you talk about coming off those injuries. So I'm excited to see what these next 2 years are going to look like for her.
And looking at what she did, 2020 Maryland Gatorade Player of the Year, McDonald's All-America, number 25 ranked recruit in her class, all ACC academic team, a double figures 20, and the list goes on and on. If the injury hadn't popped up, you'd be easily be off the charts, I guarantee you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Tough to rehab?
Yeah, rehab was tough. It was more of a mental game for me just because I'm so competitive. I really struggle with like wanting to be out there every game, every practice, wanting to compete. But I had to take that mentality and put it into rehab and try to just be there for myself before I could be out on the court again.
Being from Baltimore, going to Roland Park Country School up there, had you had your eyes on coming to Maryland out of high school?
I did, but the opportunity didn't present itself, and that has its reasons. But I just tried to work my hardest just to get somewhere that I was comfortable with and wanted to start my college career off right.
Okay. You could have gone anywhere after last year. Why did you choose Maryland?
Easy sell. It's back home.
There you
about
go.
30 minutes away. Coach Freese has known me for a very long time, so I'm very comfortable here. I didn't really have to meet anybody new, so that was very nice also, just having that comfortability and those people around me that were very familiar.
And a head coach means so much to players, doesn't it? I mean, if you can connect with a head coach, it makes things a lot more easier.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Her strengths, Coach?
Yeah. Well, first of all, she's super competitive, very athletic. So she's going to play both ends of the floor. I've put her at the top of the press and rewatching the game back just to see how she's moving. She's making teammates come and trap with her, and really, really aggressive on the defensive end. Wants to go after every rebound. She's an elite level rebounder, and now as she's getting her timing and rhythm back, she's a scorer. She can put the ball in the basket, find a variety of ways to be able to score from outside as well as inside.
Talk about the teammates that you're playing with now.
My teammates are amazing. It's unfortunate because you guys don't get to see them off the court. They're really great people. But in terms of on the court, they're great. They share the ball. They want everyone to win. They want everyone to score. They cheer for each other on the court and off the court. So it's just amazing to have that chemistry with people on both sides of the ball.
Does it take a long time to develop the chemistry?
One would think, but I feel like we all have very different personalities that just magically mesh together. So it's been great getting to know everyone and bonding with them too.
Just the one day that I was at the media event that you guys had, you could see how much everybody liked each other and got along with each other and seemed to have a good time with each other. And that, I guess, goes a long way to be successful as a team in basketball.
Yeah, it goes a very long way. We just enjoy being around each other. There's no other way to say it. There's just fun chemistry, bonding. We're always there for each other. We show up every day for each other. If we need anything particular, it's just a great time around.
What do you have to work on in your game?
I want to expand my game out. Coach Freese is helping me become more of a 3-guard. I did a lot of time down in the post being undersized at Virginia and even at UConn coming out of high school. So just trying to expand my game as far out as I can.
Coach, when did you have your eyes on her?
Oh, way back, high school,
at Roland
AAU.
Park?
Yeah, no question. I mean, she was one of the best players in the country, and it was my mistake not offering her early. And then she ended up having her path with UConn and then Virginia. But that is the beauty of the transfer portal is you can correct some of those mistakes sometimes. I chose wrong. She knows that. And but when you can bring them back and for me to be able to have this experienced Mir and the 2 years and I think her journey, I think she's super grateful of being here, being back on the court, and with her competitiveness, it fits this program and this roster.
So the fire is lit again, huh?
The fire is definitely lit.
Now, both your parents played sports too, right?
Yeah. So my dad played at Morgan. He played college football and basketball, and my mom played at Coppin, women's basketball.
And she played at Coppin, huh?
She did.
So she'll be at the game on Thursday night. Which shirt does she wear?
She's definitely going to wear the Maryland shirt. She has no choice.
I mean, you could put 3 people in that thing you're wearing. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a Maryland sweatshirt right there she's got on. What do you buy? Where'd you get that from?
The school store. I had my eyes on it for a minute. Had to get it.
Wow, that's tremendous. You want to be a translator and a world traveler when you get through with your basketball days. And we mentioned earlier about you speak Arabic.
I do.
Okay, and you got your degree in Middle Eastern language and literature at UVA.
Yeah.
How did you come up? You tell me the story about how you came up with focusing on Arabic.
So in high school, I had to do a language, and by the time I got to high school, I'd already taken Spanish, French, Latin, all that stuff. Yeah. So when I got to high school, I knew that academics came easier to me, so I wanted to challenge, and I chose Arabic. It was between Arabic and Mandarin, and at the time, I was really into drawing and AP art. So, Arabic.
Wait a minute, Arabic and Mandarin?
Arabic
that was
and
the
Mandarin.
Choice?
Well, I was gonna do both.
She already was speaking the other 3 languages.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my Lord. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna do both, but I kind of got steered out of doing both. I didn't want too much of a challenge and overwork myself, but ended up choosing Arabic and really loved my professor and then all the culture that came with it.
Now you're going for your degree in international relations.
Yes.
How many classes do you have to take? 1 a day or?
1 a day, yeah.
Okay. Before I let you go, let me ask you a couple of questions. What goals do you set for yourself every game? Any particular goals?
Just to feel like myself again, just coming off an injury, trying not to put too much pressure on myself to perform and just trying to get back to feeling like myself again.
Who's the funniest on your team?
The funniest on my team? I've told Allie this. She has really great humor. She's really funny to me.
How about the best dancer?
The best dancer?
Outside of you.
I think Christina. She has like really good moves and she has a nice rhythm.
Favorite team in the WNBA?
Favorite team? Las Vegas Aces.
Okay. Thanks for being with us. Great to
you.
see you again.
Yes.
And good luck the rest of the season. And I can't wait to see how your mom and dad react to the game on Thursday night. She's a graduate of Coppin State. That's great.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll come back and have more in just a minute from Lido's with Coach Brenda Freese on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Window Nation is on the Morgan's home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit getwindownation.com.
Ah, Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Seem like half zipped, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheetah looking? No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the barn, or your best friend's
Raise our
nuptials.
glasses to the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football,
Stuck zipper here.
it's easy to Sunday.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
Is the card to carry. Apply today at cqmd.org.
Fires the 3. He got it!
You're listening to Talking Terps with Coach Willard. Once again, here's Johnny Holiday.
And once again, happy to have head coach Brenda Freese with us tonight. We're talking Maryland women's basketball. And coach will be with us off and on throughout the basketball season. 10 of her 15 players are brand new this year. And the Terrapins opening up last night with a 74-32 win over UMBC. They got Coppin State on Thursday night, and they got Duke coming to town, a big game on Sunday, and that'll be 1 o'clock at Xfinity Center. Have you changed your coaching styles over the years from a couple of years ago?
You know, I think you change and adapt, like I said, out of the portal and just kind of our staff, how we utilize the portal. But from a coaching end, you know, I've changed a little bit. I think with having so many more players, we spend more time getting these rosters ready sooner, you know, in the summertime versus waiting until the fall. You know, that chemistry that needs to be built has to get built a lot sooner. So you used to wait until October 15th and when you had, you know, Midnight Madness and now it's really 24/7 where, you know, as soon as you bring them in the summertime, you're trying to get that roster prepared for the short season that you have.
And with so much competition in recruiting, it's best to get on somebody early. I mean, like even 8th grade, I guess you're looking at 8th graders, and I hate to say 7th graders, but there's some good players out there even at that young age.
You know, the high school kids anymore, everybody knows we're at every event. There are seen, every kid's seen. So you're not getting in on high school kids early anymore. It's really the transfer kids where, I mean, you've got to be one of the first, 5 to 10 calls by the time they go in the portal. I mean, that's it being time sensitive and knowing what you're going to do. There's a lot of interesting pieces when you're in it, of how you're recruiting and who says yes and what you're able to do. So, it's not an exact science yet that we have down, but, our staff is really intentional and really hardworking out of it.
How do you evaluate the local landscape of women's basketball here, high school wise?
It's the best of the best.
You got Prep, you got Sidwell Fringe, you got Georgetown Visitation, you got a lot of good schools.
There's so much talent here. Yeah. You do. You speak of, so many kids play on high level AAU teams as well as, the WCAC and private school leagues. So, it definitely prepares them for the college level.
Time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Window Nation is going to help you beat the cold weather this winter. They offer 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. Plus, get a house of windows for as low as $2 a day, 866-90-NATION, or visit windownation.com. When you talk about the landscape of the national picture for women's basketball, it's never been at a higher level. There's never been this much interest in college basketball. And I mean, look at last year when Iowa came to town and they brought in Caitlin Clark and she kind of energized everybody. But you've had so many good players over the years that have played for you, gone on to the WNBA and left their mark, all Americans. And you sit back, you got to be so proud of all those that have played for you who've gone on to the next level.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you speak of, Alyssa Thomas this past year to, go out to the in the Maryland Hall of Fame, to go out to the Olympics and support her, knowing, that was a huge dream of hers, the success that she had representing us and our university, but just to see her living out her dream. And, that's why we do it. That's why we're in coaching, is to have that impact on the players that we have on our roster. And like you spoke of, so many players. I was at a luncheon this last week, and Laura Harper and Christy Dolliver were there, and from the 2000 championship team. So just that extension of family that you continue to have even after they've graduated.
We're going to get some final comments from Coach Freese when we come back in just a minute. We're at Lido's in College Park. We're talking Maryland women's basketball with head coach Brenda Freese. Back in a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
Here's St. Louis, Missouri.
They'll stop at midcourt. And he got it.
We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
How about grabbing some Testudo Premium Lager, the official craft beer of the Maryland Terrapins by Union Craft Brewing? Coach Brenda Frese, you play here in the month of November. 4 of 7 games will be at home. Then next month, you got 3 of 5 at home. Then from that point on, it's mostly conference games, except you got Texas in there in the middle of January. And a lot of good teams this year in the conference.
Oh, a lot of great teams. That'll be over at MLK. So yeah, we'll be challenged. I like that. We'll be able to kind of develop some of that chemistry being at home, and a lot of games in the Xfinity Center, and then just preparing us to get ready for conference play.
Somebody asked me one time about when you see Coach Freese, ask her how she balances coaching a women's basketball team and bringing up 2 young sons and making the husband happy as well. I mean, that's got to be tough.
Especially making that husband happy.
Exactly.
No, I mean, it takes a village. I'm really lucky to have
Mark
my husband. I know he's listening, so that's why. Having him and his parents, it takes a village. I would never have been able to do what I've been able to do. It's a little bit easier now that our boys are driving. I said, like last night, they had basketball practice and then drove themselves over to UMBC. So it does make it a little easier now that they're, 16 and have that freedom to move.
They're driving now, aren't they?
They are.
Oh, man.
Watch out. Get off the roads.
Exactly. You have won 77% of your games, okay? That, among all the Big Ten men's and women's coaches, is the highest average of anybody that you're up against, percentage-wise, 77%. There has to be a magic formula for what you do. Number one, I'm sure connecting with the players and having good players.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You have to have players make you look really good as a coach. But, I am intentional. I think it's a relationship business, and, knowing your players and being able to connect, you want them to believe in you and believe in the plan that you've put in place.
Coppin State on Thursday night. That'll be a tip-off at 7 o'clock. Or 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. And then the red out on Sunday with Duke, wear red.
And that should be a packed house. Coach, always great to see you. I look forward to all the other shows we have together here at Lido's.
Yeah, you too, Johnny. Always great.
Thank you very much. Tom Marquito has been our technical director. We invite you to join us again on Saturday. We'll be out in Oregon when the Maryland Terrapins take on the Oregon Ducks, #1 team in the country in football. Join me and Steve Suter for that broadcast. For head coach Brenda Frese, for Tom Marquito, I'm Johnny Holiday. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Good night from Lido's in College Park.
Talking Terps is brought to you by these network partners. Window Nation, the official replacement window company of the Maryland Terrapins. See